Behold, the Origin System's greatest alien tactician, Wukong, and an intergalactic warhammer, the Arca Titron. The Arca Titron has a special mechanic where every time you kill an enemy, you get a charge of Slam Capacitor, which increases your slam attack damage on your next slam attack by 100%. That stacks up to 10 times. And Wukong has an augment called Iron Vaults that increases your slam attack damage by 500%. And increases its range by 15 meters. Can you see where I'm going with this? 10-0. 10-0! First, we need to gain some charges of Slam Capacitor. 10. There we are. Now, bounce off the ground. And slam! Slam for justice. 10-0. You can also use up your Slam Capacitor charges using some of the combos in hammer stances that count as slams, like that at the end there, that counts as one. And this also counts as one, right at the end, that counts as one. So you can sometimes use them up by accident, sometimes you can make them part of combos, and it's a good thing. And the Arca Titron also has a guaranteed electric proc on slam attacks, both on things that count as slam attacks like this, which you'll see, there's the electric proc, and on actual slam attacks like this, as you'll see. Oh well, I guess so yeah, this thing is pretty good. Let's talk a little bit about the build for it, because there are some things I have to say. First of all, Condition Overload is not here. The reason Condition Overload is not here is because it's not going to help you with your slam attack damage. Generally speaking, Condition Overload is good on this weapon. It has very good status chance. It has a mix of statuses that are good to inflict. It's a good mod on like kind of every melee weapon, and I'm not going to just put it on everything even though it is good, but I will mention like when it is especially good. You can just go watch anyone else's Arca Titron video if you want to see how much damage this does with Condition Overload, but I'm telling you right now, you don't need to do that. You will do way more than enough damage to level, you know, whatever past sorties level enemies without this mod. You do not need this mod to do copious amounts of damage more than you need to do with this weapon, because this weapon's base stats are crazy. So let's talk about that next. It's got 30 more base damage than the Galatine Prime, which has significantly more base damage than every other melee weapon. And this thing is really slow, but like besides that, it's got really good crit chance and a perfectly fine multiplier. It's got ridiculously high status chance. Like, that's not even fair. I mean, that's a little bit cut by the attack speed, but like, whatever, you know? And then it's got that crazy slam attack. I don't know, this weapon is nuts. You get free crowd control from those electricity procs just by like doing combos. I don't know, this is a crazy weapon. So obviously you should build for Blood Rush. Put Drifting Contact on there, and then I recommend you grab 2 dual stat elements and make your own elemental combo. That'll get you to 98.8% status chance. I think that's pretty much adequate, if I think you'll agree. Berserker is a must, and honestly, if we're not going to do this slam attack thing, I might put Primed Fury. It's really slow. Like, let's just show. The beginning of this is going to feel so much better now. Like, we're going to start attacking. Oh my god, this feels so much better. You could just start up much faster. It's just much more comfy. It can be a little bit difficult to like get used to doing this combo, which is the combo you want to do. It's called Shattered Village. I also just want to note in that last clip, you saw that you really don't need Prime Reach for like normally using this weapon. It's got like fine range, you know, I mean, and also it does so much damage. Like, who cares if you have to hug the enemy? So just again, while we're here, let's look at these combos real fast. So this combo, Raging Whirlwind, you're going to hold right mouse button and then spam. That will trigger your Slam Capacitor procs. And this combo, Shattered Village, you're going to hit and then pause and spam. That will also trigger your Slam Capacitor procs. So if you're trying to save them up, make sure you don't do those 2 combos all the way through. Oh, also, there are a lot of elements you could put on this thing. So this thing has pretty good slash procs, awkwardly. Why? Look at this hammer. What about this says slash procs to you? Anyway, it has good slash procs. So you could use Viral. I think that's like what I'm inclined to use in this weapon. And it does have this innate dash polarity. An interesting suggestion is Buzzkill, so that you make the most likely proc be slash. That's fascinating to me. And I think that a build that looks like this, where you're going to use still Drifting Contact, because you need this status, but also Weeping Wounds if you have it, this will give you a lot of slash procs. Like, we're literally stacking slash procs with Hammer, but I'm not that worried about it. So, as you can see, as long as you have the speed, like, definitely do this with Prime Fury, just my personal opinion, but it'll work much better. Now we're gonna swing as fast as we can, get that speed going, stack up those slash procs. There we go. Now you're starting to see it, right? And as you can see, it's actually like a lot awkwardly, a lot of slash, right? These enemies are bleeding for like a lot, a very large amount. That's it. This thing is super fun. It looks kind of weird, but really cool, especially with these colors I put on it, these janky colors. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you have fun with this weapon and the other Arca weapons. If you'd like to see a video on the Arca Plasmor, I've already done that, so that's in the description. Go check that out. And just in general, let me know if you have any other thoughts, ideas, questions, slam capacitor clips that you'd like to share. That would be pretty spicy. And I will see you all tomorrow. Do check me out on the socials, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and Patreon to be specific, which are in the description. And you should subscribe if you had a good time, because I bet I can deliver one tomorrow. I personally think this fashion is so bad it's good, but I would really like to hear what people have to say. If you're still watching this video right at the end, please tell me in the comments. I really can't decide. I'll see you all tomorrow.